I think I want to read a romance because like love's in the air for everyone but me. Oh my god, the fucking epilogue is next.
It takes a lot for me to cringe at like slang in books, but this is just like way too much.
Hello friends, and welcome back and welcome to another super fun reading vlog. So I just kind of wanted to mood read but also put a twist on it and just read a bunch of different genres for this week-ish. So we're gonna be starting off reading two genres that I really don't read a lot anymore. The first one being a thriller. So this is my friends and I's book club book, and I'm actually really excited about this because I haven't read a thriller in so long, and I know Mary Kubica is like such a popular thriller author, so this is the book we're reading. I know absolutely nothing about it, and we are gonna keep it that way because I haven't read a thriller in so long, so I just want to be caught off guard with everything. Really excited about that. And then also I am in the middle of Dungeon Crawler Carl 2. I think it's Carl's Doomsday something. So I am 90 pages in, which is 25%, and this book is honestly not that long for what I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like 400 pages. I think it's like 350, and this is so easy to read and it's so addicting, so I'm just flying through it and I'm really enjoying it. So I won't tell you guys too much of what it's about because it is the second book in the series, but the first book basically follows Carl and his cat Donna, and essentially the world like collapses and then they get stuck in this game scenario and they have to kind of fight. It's kind of like Hunger Games, Minecraft, sci-fi mix. I don't know how to explain it, but it's been super fun and I've been really enjoying this series, and I am so invested now and I just cannot wait to keep going and see what's going on. So I'm really liking this. I love the characters. This book is just so funny too, so I just always am laughing out loud. All right, so without further ado, let's get reading and I'll see you guys with whatever I decide to pick up first. I don't really know what mood I'm gonna be in. So. Hi guys. Okay, it's later in the same night. I unfortunately think I'm getting sick, which I genuinely do not have time for right now, so let's hope I'm not. But with that being said, I got my tea. I'm drinking chamomile with some honey in it, and it's honestly not bad, but I only had the one bag, so I'm gonna have to get more tomorrow, unfortunately, because shout out Burger for the cup. Love you guys. I'm about to start the book after I finished my listen through of Joji's new album. I have already listened to it multiple times, but I set my mind to listening through it again tonight because I listened to like half of it while I was doing something, and now I just have to finish it because that's how my brain works. But I'm gonna start the book tonight and I'm just gonna lay in bed, and if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. This is one of the first books I genuinely had not a single clue about. Like, I haven't read the back of it. I genuinely just was told to read it for book club. I have heard no one say a single thing about this, which I feel like that's never happened before, like going in 100% blind to a book. I'm excited. I have no clue what this is about, so we're gonna learn together. Starting off, her phone is ringing as she opens the door to the store. So let's do it. It feels so weird to go into a book completely blind, like hearing no one say anything about it or not reading the summary, but it sounds kind of fun. Like, part of me is like, I just want to know what I'm reading a little bit, but also I'm like, no, this sounds fun. Okay, it's the next day. Still have a raging sore throat, so I'm having a push pop. But yesterday I read the prologue and then chapter 1 of She's Not Sorry, and like I said, I was going in so blind. It was not what I was expecting at all. The first prologue, it starts off, this mom gets a phone call and basically someone has kidnapped her daughter, which that's not something I really love to read about. Like, that's like a huge fear of mine, and I'm sure everyone else's. So I was not expecting that. I was like, oh, like family drama, maybe a murder, whatever. So that was the prologue. And we got to chapter 1, and the main character, which I don't know if the main character is like the daughter or the mom or anything, is working at this hospital. And there was like a little hint that like something else was going on, so I don't know if the prologue's like actually a prologue, like that happened first chronologically, or if it's just like a glimpse into what's gonna happen. So I don't know. I'm gonna lay in bed and read because I feel like shit, and I'm actually upset about it because I have so much to do, but I literally can't be sick right now. So I'm gonna try and push it today, so hopefully tomorrow I can get some stuff done, because if not, I'm gonna be upset. And I had to miss the gym today. Not happy about it. I'm gonna lock in, read, maybe sleep. I don't know. I don't really know if I'm in the mood for this because it's like kidnappy, but I feel like I need like a thriller or something that keeps me engaged and like so I don't just rot on my phone, but also I don't know what else I was gonna say. So I'll come back with thoughts if my throat's not hurting too bad to talk. Okay, so it looks like we are
Sorry, I have sick brain. It looks like the prologue does happen later in the book because our main girl just got off work and she texted her daughter, and her daughter's, you know, able to respond, not in a hostage situation, so that's great. I'm assuming now that we're in the mom's perspective. I don't know, this is so interesting. The start of a thriller always feels like a fever dream because you're like just thrown right into the story and you don't know the characters and you're getting like hints at other stuff that's going on and you don't know what the hell's going on. I mean, maybe actually I would if I read the back of the book, but I'm refusing. It takes a lot for me to cringe at like slang in books, but this is just like way too much on fleek. And she's talking about her scrubs, like, when was this published? That is terrible. Okay, you're telling me this was published in 2024 and we are saying not exactly on fleek? Absolutely not. No.
Hi guys, so it's the next day. I'm feeling a lot better today, but still not amazing. So yesterday I read actually a lot of the thriller book. I got to 25%. And honestly, not much has happened at all. There's been a couple weird things that have been happening, but it's not super thrilling or like mystery-y. Like nothing's just really happening. I mean, like I said, there's a couple weird things going on, but they're not like, I guess I don't know like what they're leading up to. So I think I'm gonna audiobook it for a bit because we're kind of at a lull, I guess. There's this one patient at the main girl's work that she's just like kind of obsessing over, but I don't really know how that's gonna tie into the main plot. I don't even know what the main plot is. And then also she is also a divorcee and she's going to this divorce support group and she reconnects with an old friend through that, which we don't really know a lot about her past relationship, just that she is divorced. But there's like something that she was still like wearing the wedding ring or something. I don't know what's going on. The reveals have been very slow. That's that. Honestly, I'd like to finish it today or tomorrow. It's going fine. I'm just, you know, trying to read a lot since I'm not feeling the best, and I think I easily could finish it audiobook wise in the next couple of days. But so I stopped reading that last night before I went to bed because I was like, I cannot be scared. I need to sleep because I don't feel good. So I picked up Dungeon Crawler Carl again, the second one. This book is so good, you guys. Like, I'm having to force myself to get through the thriller book and not just read this, but I have to because it's my book club book and I can't let them down again. Really liking Dungeon Carl. I just cannot say that. But where I stopped last night, I stopped at such an interesting point where I knew I'd be like excited to pick it up again tomorrow. So I'm absolutely loving that. I'm so excited to continue it, and I am 30% through. Excited to keep reading today, and I will come back with updates. There may not be many though, because like the thriller, I don't know what's going on. I hope it gets crazy though, because I'm getting a little bored. I want to try that new Spotify feature, the page sync one. I tried to see if Libby had this book, but they don't. Page match. Jump between the book or ebook. Use your camera. Does this have to be a book? Okay, look. Did that work? I saw Sarah post that it doesn't use AI to do that either, so that's always fun.
Behind her, a waiter carries a tray of drinks past a young man who slips into a...
Wait, I've turned off my Kindle. I think that's where I was at. Yeah, that's right. Heck yeah. Especially this is nice because sometimes Spotify, I'm on chapter 8 in the Kindle, but this is track 12. So sometimes it's hard to find. So that's a cool feature. I really like that. And especially now because I stopped on my Kindle last night in the middle of a page. So that was pretty cool. I appreciate that, Spotify. Okay, I'm gonna eat now and then we'll get back to that. I just wanted to do that. Okay guys, I'm 50%. We're learning more about the characters, but nothing too thrilling is happening yet. And definitely if you're going to read this, look up trigger warnings, because a lot of, I guess, what's going on is just we're learning more about traumatic things that have happened to a couple characters in this book. So like it hasn't really been thrilling so far, just learning more about triggering, hard to read about topics. So I'm going to keep going now. I'm 50% now and I feel like nothing's really happened. I don't know. I hope it picks up, but we'll see. Are you kidding me? What the fuck? Guys, we are finally getting somewhere. I just hit 66% and now things are happening. We've just had so many like reveals in this chapter and just things that have been uncovered, and now I can't stop. I'm so excited now. But it literally took till 66%. But I guess we did have to build up a lot, but yeah, okay. She got my ass.
Bro, this makes so much sense now. Oh my gosh. I just want to like go back. I literally just texted the book club. I'm like, guys, has anyone read this far yet? Like, we need to talk. I just got pranked. Okay, guys, I definitely feel worse now, but I have just been laying here reading and I got to the 70-ish% mark. Ever since then, I haven't been able to put this down. So I'm so addicted. So much is happening. So much still has to happen. I'm 88%, so I have 44 pages left. I'm gonna finish it now and then go to bed. I'll try and come back and update, but honestly, I don't feel the best. I'm gonna be laying down.
I feel like we just got some foreshadowing. Oh gosh.
I'm sorry if the angle's not the best. There's someone in the car next to me and I'm not. I'm in a random Walmart parking lot, if you were wondering. Let me talk about this coffee for a minute. So I've talked many times about my coffee journey, and the one thing I found that I like most of is mochas. And so I was at this little coffee shop today and they had like this premium mocha menu, and one of them was a sugar cookie. One of them was a sugar cookie mocha. I'm like, yeah, I would love an iced sugar cookie mocha. And they gave me a hot one. And at first I was like, either way I was not going to say anything because I don't like confrontation. And the hot is good because obviously I feel like shit. And I tried it and I'm like, oh, this is really good. So I'm obsessed. So I need to find, I'm like not in my area right now, so I need to find if any other coffee shops do this or like have sugar cookie. The only one I know of is Starbucks, but I don't even think they do anymore. So yeah, anyways, back to the book update. Like, this is so good. Last night I did finish She's Not Sorry, and it got crazy, honestly. And I feel like I don't have a rating yet, and also I'm kind of not thinking about that because I don't want to like give away my thoughts for book club because it's not till next weekend. So I don't want to like, you know, give away my thoughts because some people haven't even started the book yet, which is fine. Obviously, I just finished it early because I have been sick. But I felt myself thinking about it a lot last night. When I did, I also kept trying to push it out of my brain because it was like bedtime and it was a thriller and like I need sleep. So yeah, it definitely did get crazy, but like I said before, it just took so long to get going. But with the ending and the reveals, it makes sense. And I just really like how that thriller, how it was told. It was kind of similar in setup to Frida's, but not like the writing or anything like that. How Frida usually does like part one where you're kind of believing one thing and then part two happens and then things kind of switch or you get like a new perspective. And I really like that in a thriller. So this one did that as well. I think it was just, yeah, it was just the two parts. And like I said, the second part, you kind of flip like what you're believing, I guess. There were a couple things I wanted like more of, I guess, but like it's a thriller. Like we're not gonna get the full backstory about everything. There's so many men at this Walmart right now. I went here because I thought it'd be like chill to like eat, but they're doing like construction or something, so the parking lot's like full. Yeah, it's not a vibe. Anyway, so now the only thing I'm reading is Dungeon Crawler Carl 2, but I honestly kind of am in the mood for a romance. Valentine's Day's tomorrow, which, I mean, I think I want to read a romance because like love's in the air for everyone but me, but I don't know, I've just been thinking about it more because of Valentine's Day. But I also think that reading a romance right now is probably not the best idea for my mental health because I want like a romance in my life so bad, but it's just not happening. So I feel like it could make me more upset. So I don't know, I'm just kind of gonna see what the vibe is because I feel like I want to read Dungeon Crawler Carl, but my mind is a little sick foggy. So maybe I'll scroll Kindle for a romance, but I definitely want a Kindle book because I'm gonna be in bed the second I get home until tomorrow morning. Anyways, I'm feeling chatty. I feel bad for Dungeon Crawler Carl because I'm really enjoying it, but like I would really only read it before bed. I don't know if I'm in the mood for that right now. Ooh, I might read The Other Side of Now. I was actually thinking about that, and it's on my physical TBR, so like, you get what I'm saying?
I almost came on here and said I'm 30%. No, I'm 30 pages in. So far it's going good. My one knows the chapters are a little long, but that's okay. So this follows our main girl, and she is like this famous actress, and I know this from the premise, but she kind of had a decision to make back in when she was going to college between two schools, her dream school and then one close to home, and she chose to go to the one close to home. And so now she's booking a flight. It's like 15 years later-ish. She's booking a flight to the town with the school she really wanted to go to, and when she gets there, everyone knows her, and it's like she chose to go to that school, basically. I don't think I explained that good, but it's basically like an alternate life she enters. And I always love books like this, so I'm enjoying it so far. It's very fast-paced, like we just got thrown into the story, and I'm really liking the writing too, so yay. Hi from the basement. I don't think you guys have ever been out here before. This is kind of crazy, but I just went up and got my physical copy of the book because honestly, I'm gonna stay down here all night. I got the Harry Potter ambiance on. I got the cozy lighting. It's a vibe. This is my bookmark because, I mean, I don't want to say happy Valentine's Day, but it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. So I'm like 30 pages into this book, 10%. And so far it's going good. I can definitely see myself reading a lot of it tonight. I think I'm going to finish a chapter and then work on my video a bit, finish editing that, and then go back to the book. That's the plan for tonight. She literally like just stepped out of the car at where she's going to be staying in Ireland. I don't know if this is technically a romance or just fiction. I'm not gonna read the back either. I'm in the mood for like a very well balanced like plot in romance. Like I don't want this to just be like a rom-com. I want to go like deep into her past too, and like, you know, uncover what's going on with this time loop, and like, I don't know, I'm just curious about that. And I think she is grieving a bit too, so it actually should be more emotional and not just like a silly time loop rom-com. So I'm excited to keep going. I will come back in a couple hours once I do. Come on, tell me the vibes are not so cozy down here. I like never listen to anything when I read, so this is interesting. Like I don't know how I'm gonna feel. You're so cute. Okay guys, I am 14% now. I'm so hooked, it's not even funny. Oh, I took like a fat break, by the way. I started watching, what's that skating show? Finding Her Edge. That's what I was doing, but now I'm finally reading again. I'm so hooked, and I was like planning on low-key falling asleep. But yeah, I'm so hooked. Which we got the first scene where she's discovering that like something's off, like people are knowing her, but she doesn't know them. One thing I'm like tripped up about, because like of course I would be, she got her phone from this universe, from the Ireland universe, back to her, and her back screen's a dog, and she also has a dog back in her like celebrity LA life. So I'm like, what is that dog okay? Like what's going on? Like he's technically in an alternate universe, but like what if, you know, like I'm kind of worried about that, honestly. So hopefully I push past that. I should be able to, but I think it's gonna be in the back of my mind. So hopefully we get some answers, because this dog was like really beloved. I don't know, but I'm gonna keep going and then maybe sleep. I don't know. Hi guys, good afternoon. It's the next day, obviously, and I read, I think like a chapter more today, but I did read a little bit more last night since we talked, I think. So I'm like a fourth of the way through, and yeah, I am absolutely loving this book. I still don't know if it's, maybe I'll look if it's considered like fiction or romance. I mean, either way, we haven't read like either of those yet. Romance, fiction, magical realism, whatever. Yeah, I'm absolutely loving this. I definitely want to read more today as much as I can. Still don't feel the best, so I'm gonna be in bed for most of the day, but I do still have some stuff to get done. But yeah, this is definitely giving 5-star energy, I'm not gonna lie. But also I just love books like this where it's kind of, it makes you think about your own life, and the characters really have to go through a lot and figure out what they want in life, and I just
kind of like Taylor Jenkins Reid, Maybe in Another Life, how that's kind of similar to this. I just love books like that. I love a time loop. I love it. This is right up my alley, and I feel like I'm kind of reading it at the perfect time where I'm like still getting over a slump and like wanting to find like really good books that will want me to keep reading. So I'm really excited to keep going because like I just want to figure out what's going on and like who she is in this other life with her. Like I don't even know like what she does for a job and all that. So I'm just so excited to learn that with our main character. I'll see you when I have more thoughts. I have 2 very important things to say. First of all, being happy Valentine's Day to the actual real holiday, and that being the 1-year anniversary of The Longest Goodbye. Also, I have not read anymore, but when I tell you guys this book has been all I can think about when I'm not reading, I mean it. I just finished my video for tomorrow, my number generator, and the entire time I was thinking about picking this book back up. I was like, I need to rush through this. Not rush, but I need to lock in and get this done as fast as possible so I can read more. I'm so excited to just lay in bed and read this for most of the rest of the day. I just had to pop in and say that yeah, the vibes are really good because I am thinking about this when I'm not reading and itching to pick it up, and that is, as we know, a 5-star quality for me. Feeling really excited about this one, so much so that I don't want to shut up. Guess the temperature. 7. It's February. Hi guys, it has been a couple of days since I have last talked to you. I did read some today and then yesterday like you saw, but I have not felt like this about a book in a long time where I don't want to finish it because it's so good and I put off reading because it is so good and because I'm loving it so much. Like I don't want to read because I'm liking this so much, if that makes sense. I am 68% now. I'm going to sit down tonight and read some. I might finish it, I might not, I don't know. I really don't know. It's like 8:30, so we'll see. All I can say is I'm loving this, and I don't want to say too much more than that because we're just following our main girl, figuring everything out, and I'm loving it. I will say there's one sensitive topic that's been mentioned throughout the story, so look up trigger warnings if you're gonna read this because it's definitely one that could be sensitive to a lot of people, so look them up. But I'm gonna get reading because I'm like excited but scared, and I just love these characters, like even the side characters I'm loving. So I'm gonna read. I'll be back if I have anything to say.
The way this is written is just insane. I can see everything perfectly, and that never happens. I'm scared to continue. Oh my. Fuck. What the fuck?
Oh my god, the fucking epilogue is next. God, the oh my god. Oh my god. Hi guys, it has been a couple days I think, but I did finish, wait, did I finish this yesterday? What day is it? No, I think I finished this 2 days ago. I can't even think about it without spiraling. I loved it so much. I feel like I'll maybe have more concise, what's that word? I don't know what that word is. Thoughts by the end of this, so I'll talk to you more about this then, but just I've had so many thoughts after finishing this. Like, I need like more, like not in the sense that stuff was left hanging, but in the sense that I want to be back in this world, because just the way I was able to picture it was so magical. I loved it. But as for the next book, so I've been reading the second Dungeon Crawler Carl for like weeks at this point, but it's always been a book that I like read before bed because it wasn't too crazy to start out, like until maybe like the 40% mark. Not a ton was happening and I was kind of feeling a little, I don't know, like I wasn't super invested, hence why I only read like a chapter before I fell asleep at night. But now I'm 63% and I am so invested. Like, I've been listening to this all day, not all day, but like for a couple hours today, and when I'm not, I can't stop thinking about it. It got so good. I feel like the first little bit was a little slow and I didn't love this setting and like kind of what was going on, because there was like a circus, I don't know, and it got kind of confusing too, to the point where I genuinely had no clue like what was going on, or like I guess why we were doing that. But now I'm absolutely so hooked and loving it, and just the audiobook is so good. I love it, and I'm literally listening to it and I'm laughing out loud because I just love these characters and their dynamic. I'm honestly kind of hoping to finish it today. If not tonight, then definitely tomorrow. I think in the audiobook I have like 3 hours left, and that is always my point, to where I just have to finish it because it's like 100 pages. Anyway, so I don't really want to say anything else, because especially in this series it's so just like you can't tell anything, just that the world's falling out and they're in this like game basically. But I'm loving it. I'm loving getting more of one character specifically in this book. Be back if I have anything to say, but it's so hard reading a series like this because I literally like can't say anything about it, so just know I'm having a good time. Okay, so I'm gonna lock in and do an immersive read, which I heard that term from someone else. I don't remember who. Maybe it was Maddie Faber? I think that's her last name. So audiobook and physically reading. Let's get into it. I just ran 5 miles, so I was feeling, I mean, dead from that, but like mentally fine. And then I got this news and I'm just like, I'm gonna be in a state of panic for 48 hours, for 36 hours. I'm gonna do an immersive read because I don't think I'd be able to lock into the book just reading it or just listening. And also my headphones, they're like comforting. Like if I have these on, I'm instantly a little bit better. So I'm gonna lock in. The audiobook to this, it just really, the narrator, he just does a really good job of giving voices to the characters and just like accenting their speech in a way that if I was just reading this I wouldn't necessarily read it like that, but the audiobook really makes it a lot more comical. And in this book there's some text and just like different formatting things that aren't just like, you know, normal text, so there is like different voice for that and like sound effects. So honestly, I don't even think this is gonna work right now, so I'm probably gonna watch the new Ryan 3000 episode and read tonight. I definitely want to finish the book tonight, so I will see you guys if I have any thoughts. And okay guys, I'm coming at you live with wet hair because I feel like you can tell just by looking at me. Wow. Long story short, we inherited another dog and it's been kind of crazy because Zeus is not a fan of other dogs. It's been an adventure. You guys will see more of her eventually, but not right now. So this is the only time I could film this because Zeus is on a walk, Katie is chilling. So anyway, let's get into the books I read in today's video. The first book I finished was She's Not Sorry by Mary Kubica. Honestly, going into this blind was really fun, and I think I'm gonna settle on like a 3.5 rating. I feel like it would have been higher, but honestly the first like half of it felt kind of slow, which I feel like if I wouldn't have been sick when I was reading this and like wanting to read something, it would have taken me so long to get through, I feel like. But since I was sick and had the time and like wanted to read and wanted something
like thrillery, so not that much brain power, I was able to get through it and enjoy it. But it definitely was a very slow start and took a while for things to actually happen. But with that being said, after you do get to maybe even like the second part of the book, which I think that was like 60, maybe even 70%, it kind of made sense why everything was so slow paced. And honestly, the twist really did get me and I really enjoyed it. Going into this, I haven't fully edited all the footage yet. I talked about how like the kidnapping thing, which that's not like the main part of this book, and if you've read it you understand. It's just more like, I don't know, like it's kind of a character driven thriller, I guess. Like you're just kind of following this woman at her job, at her home life with her family. There's just a lot of sus things happening and you just don't know what's going on. I kind of feel like the author did a little bit too much. Like there was just so much to follow and so many characters, but I was able to lock into the book, I guess is what I'm saying, since I just had the time. So I was able to enjoy it and like understand everything that was going on. But yeah, definitely it could be kind of just like annoying, I guess, at some point. So 3.5 for this one. Honestly, I haven't been reading many thrillers, which hey, that's the whole point of this video, like reading genres I don't normally read a lot of, and I really enjoyed this, and it definitely made me want to read more thrillers. I think I downloaded Local Woman Missing on Kindle the other day, so really excited to get more into thrillers and just read, I don't know, whatever, different genres. And then as you guys saw, we found a 5-6-star read in this video, which I was expecting it to be highly rated, but I didn't know I would love it this much. I have not stopped thinking about this book. There are certain parts of it that I just keep replaying in my brain, and specifically the town in Ireland. I just can't stop thinking about it. Like it feels like a real place and like I want to go there. I do think though, look up trigger warnings. There are some things mentioned that could definitely be triggering, but I love this story so much. I think it wrapped up perfectly and I really want to read more of it. And just the way, I don't know how to explain it, but just the way this author writes, I was able to see everything so well. And honestly, I picture stuff when I read, but not like super detailed. But this, I pictured everything perfectly, like especially the main character's house in this and just the town. I don't know why, but I just was able to picture it perfectly. I feel like this is the genre I definitely want to get more into and will. Just kind of fiction with like a subplot of romance, and there's like friendships in it too, and there's family stuff. And this book just had so much little plot points going on. Like you're following obviously her trying to figure out if she could get back to her other life, her friend stuff, family stuff, her acting career, I guess, and then romance obviously. And there was just so much going on and so many amazing characters. And yeah, I can't really put it into words how much I loved this, but I really did, and it hit me right in the heart, as you guys could see. And then the last book I read was Dungeon Crawler Carl's Doomsday Scenario, which this honestly, I feel like it took me forever to get through, but once I got to like the 30-50% mark, I feel like I flew through it. These books are just perfect palate cleanser books and perfect before bed books, and I'm just really enjoying the series, and I cannot wait to continue it. It's one of those series that you read in between other books, but this one I feel even more invested in. Like I just want to constantly be reading this series, and I really love that. I just love our main characters so much, and just what's going on in this world is so crazy, and the mix between comedy and just like wholesome moments and just like sci-fi kind of scary stuff is perfect in this world. I don't necessarily picture everything perfectly, but in this series you don't necessarily have to. I love this. I think I gave it like 4 stars in this book. I can't really say anything because it's just continuing with the story. Like it continues, it picks up literally right after the first book ends. There wasn't like a time jump or anything, which if you've read this you understand why. But yeah, I'm really loving this story and I cannot wait to continue. So I really enjoyed filming this. I feel like this year I just really have been wanting to branch out my reading taste, and I feel like this definitely helped me do that and not just stick to one genre. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.